All right, team, how are we doing? This is Coach Dana Cavalea coming at you with the Becoming a Champion show, where we are all about inspiration, motivation, and encouragement to move you along your high performance journey. And hey, we're at the midway point of December, winding down 2020, exciting time. I hope you guys are excited because you should be. You know, the new year oftentimes brings many things that we expect and many things that we surely don't expect. And this year is definitely an example of that. But I got to say it again, and I've said it before. I can't tell you how many folks that I've worked with, teams, companies, CEOs, executives, that have had their best year yet. And when I go back to it, why did they have their best year? They had their best year because they committed to having a great year. They pivoted, they called an audible, they said, we're not going to do things the same way we always do things. We're going to make an adjustment and do things just a little bit differently. And as you think about how you've performed this year, how you typically act on a day-to-day basis, ask yourself, do I need to revamp? Do I need to change? Are there some things that I need to pivot from and adjust so that I could be better? One of the exercises that I like to do at the end of every year is an exercise that says, hey, what did I do well in 2020? And what am I working towards in 21? And I bullet pointed. I put 5 bullets. What went well in 2020? And what am I going to do in 2021? The other thing I do is I study some of my own habits and my own behaviors. Where do I do well? Where do I do poorly? And why? And when you quiet the noise in the last 2 weeks of the year, if you haven't won by now, you're probably going to look at this year and say, it's winding down. Let me get focused on 21. And I got to say, I probably don't blame you, except for you folks that are in sales, where there's a couple last minute ringers that you may be able to get in there. But for most of us, our year is complete. Our professional year of 2020 is behind us. The fourth quarter has wound down. There's 2 weeks left on the clock, but I want you to use those and use these last 2 weeks for yourself. What have I done well in 2020? What am I going to make happen in 2021? What habits, behaviors, systems, and processes that I find myself engaged in are not working for me? And what do I have to do to eliminate them? And again, the most important subject matter, I always say, the most important subject matter that you could focus on and study is yourself. You have to study yourself. And many people, they just flip the coin and say, hey, I hope next year is better than this year. I hope today is better than yesterday. I hope tomorrow is better than today. And over time, hopefully I come out on top. Hopefully I end up a champion. And I want to tell you that it usually doesn't work that way. Do I believe in divine fate and things happen that maybe we didn't expect? Absolutely. There's going to be things that happen that are fantastic and great that we didn't account for. Look at that and those moments as your cherry on top moments. But for the most part, life tends to favor those who prepare for it, those who do the work, those who show up every day and take extreme action, or better yet, let's say consistent action towards their goals. And those that are always looking, I say, to corral the leaf pile. For those of you that are, in the Northeast or areas of the country where there's quite a bit of leaves and quite a bit of wind, you know what I mean. You get that leaf pile together and you feel really good and organized, and then the wind comes and it blows it all over the place. And then you got to sweep it together again or rake it together again. And then the wind comes and that's what life is. Life is like a leaf pile. The wind blows, it spreads us out, we bring it close. The wind blows, it spreads us out, we bring it close. And that's cool. That's okay. That's what life is. And as long as we understand that, we can prepare for it by always having our rake ready and always knowing the wind is going to blow and that we're going to have to pull our pile nice and close together. So again, as you wrap up this year, I don't want you to focus on the things that went poorly. I want you to recognize the things that you're not thrilled about. I want you to really recognize the things that you were amazing at and that you did well. And also highlight the things that you're excited to do and engage in 2021. And I want to say this because so many of us, we get so asphyxiated on things that we oftentimes fall in love with this one thing that we're not open to the other things that could happen. So I also want you to ask yourself, am I doing what it is that I want to do? Am I going in the direction that I want to go? Am I waking up each day and excited about what it is that I'm building, what it is that I'm helping somebody else build. That's okay too. But ask yourself these deeper questions and you'll get better answers. But you got to take the time. So many don't take the time. They have time for everything else but asking themselves these great questions, these great fundamental questions that can really help you accelerate yourself and move yourself into the future that you desire and the life that you desire. And I'm not here to just, again, blow smoke. I'm here to motivate you, inspire you, and encourage you to take action on your life. Take action on your own life and look at yourself as a great architect and a great builder that can build the life that you want, that has the outcomes that you want. And I'm speaking to you specifically because I don't care what that person wants and what that person wants and what that person wants. I want you to own what it is that you want. And when you own what you want and you match up in alignment the habits and the daily behaviors to that thing in which you want, that life that you want, you're going to be victorious and you're going to be a champion. That's my message for you this week. Take the time, everybody. Take the time. Please do it for you. I want to encourage you to do that and take it very, very seriously. This is Coach Dana Cavalea. I hope you enjoyed today's message. And if you did, like I always say, we're always working to build this team of champions. Share the message, spread the champions gospel, and let's go ahead and build this team together. I'll see you next week. See ya.